Hello my friends, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. Well, it's been a long time since I shoot the last video. The last video we graduated from our fertility clinic and we're doing so good. Well, I was really nauseous and everything, but I wasn't that sick. And right after that, everything just went down the hill. So today it's August 8th. And I decided to come and do this video to give you guys an update because I know a lot of people that are doing IVF, they want to know how's everything going, and they haven't known anything from me, heard anything from me. So if you follow me on my Instagram, it's Taizy Alone. I'm gonna put the name here. I do more stories in Portuguese, but every time you see stories in Portuguese, you skip the Portuguese ones, you will see the English ones. Most of the time, 95% of the time, I do ones in English. So if you want to get more updated, fast updated, you guys can follow me there on Instagram. Also, all the pictures I post, it's also English and Portuguese or Portuguese and English. I always translate everything. So let me let you guys know, we graduated from a clinic. I was almost 9 weeks. I was so happy and excited. I was nauseous and all that. And then right after that, I started getting sick. One day I started vomiting and I went to the hospital. They gave me medication. They put me on IV and then they let me go home. I came home. I was still vomiting. So I start vomiting really bad. And then I say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. So I went to the hospital. I was admitted to the hospital that day. I was admitted for, I stayed there for almost 3 days because I was dehydrated. I was like really dry lips. It was really bad. So I stayed there for 2 days. They sent me back home. I stayed good for a week until the medication was off. So they put me on Zofran, and then I was diagnosed with hyperemesis gravidarum. I don't know if that's correct pronunciation, but I have heard many different ways to pronounce. But hyperemesis gravidarum is like when you have extremely, like really strong nausea, vomiting, you get dehydrated, you lost weight. You can't do anything in your life other than being in bed and vomiting. That's how I was living. I was in bed and vomiting in bed. So when they diagnosed me with that, they gave me Zofran. That's the only medication that helped me with my nausea. But you know, when you go to a hospital, they don't give you medication for that long. They give you medication for a couple of days. So a week after I was released from the hospital, I started getting nauseous again, vomiting again. And it was a vomiting, so I can't explain, you guys. It's not morning sickness. Hyperemesis gravidarum is not morning sickness. Like, it's 10 times worse, or 100 or 1,000 times worse. So it's something that you get nauseous 24/7. It's something that you vomit. Like, even if you drink water, you vomit that water. Like, your stomach don't want anything. And you need that because you have a baby growing. You need stuff for you too. So it's tough. I don't wish this to anyone. So I ran off medication, went back to the hospital, stayed overnight there in observation because I was dehydrated again, and they gave me Zofran again, and they sent me back home. So when I got home, my husband got from work, burning in fever. And he was like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what it is. I'm burning in fever, I'm still sick. And I told him, go shower, because he had a fever, and so if you shower, your fever's supposed to go down. So I told him, go shower. I got the thermometer, I measured, he was 1 or 3 something. So I told him, you need to go to the hospital. I need you to check it out what it is, because you know I'm pregnant. I can't risk to get anything. And that night I came home. I was laying in bed, the same bed he was. I touched him, you know, like I put my hand on his forehead to make sure if he really had a fever. And yes, so he got tested positive for COVID. And that scared me so much because I was already weak. I was already, my immunity was really bad because I was vomiting, I was losing weight, I was not eating healthy. I was eating crackers and water. That's what I was eating. So when he got positive and he texted me, I started cleaning the house. I got my stuff out of the room because we have a master, so he could stay in the master. I came to this makeup room because this is a Murphy bed, so I slept here, you know, doing my best to be away from the COVID, but it didn't help. Like, we separate rooms and everything. I separated his dishes. I was, you know, giving food to him. But 3 days after, 4 days after, he got positive on Saturday night, and I started getting symptoms on Wednesday. So COVID for me was the worst thing ever. I never expected to be that bad, but I think since my immunity was bad and I wasn't feeling that well, COVID made it worse. So the first 2 days was just like my throat was sore. I was coughing, I was feeling heavy, I was feeling like my whole body hurts, and it was bad. And then right after that I started getting congested, and I got congested like for 5 days. I couldn't breathe. I was having such a hard time with that. My husband didn't have this bad. I think he was a little bit easier on him. But he also lost taste and smell. I did too. I lost my taste. I lost my smell. That helped me a little bit because imagine you're nauseous and vomiting when you taste and smell stuff. That's when you get nauseous. So it helped me a little bit with that, but I was still vomiting. No, I was good until that Sunday. I was good. We went back to the same room because we both knew we had COVID. So we went back to the same room, we enjoyed the day, we watched some TV together. I was still eating. Out of nowhere, I wanted to eat, what is the name? Oh my God. What was the name of the thing I want to eat it? I forgot the name, but I want to eat it, something that we ordered. I couldn't taste it, but I wanted to eat that so bad. So we ate that night, we went to sleep, and then Monday I had a doctor appointment and my husband was driving me there, and I started getting nauseous and I started vomiting on my way there. And I also got positive for COVID that day. That's the day I did my test, so my doctor wouldn't see me because I got positive for COVID. So I went to the hospital because I was vomiting really bad. And it was a liquid, weird, different than the other times. It was like a yellow liquid. And I was like, this is not okay. This is something from COVID. And COVID can also make you nauseous and vomiting. So I went to the hospital. They gave me IVs and medications and all that, and then send me back home. So I stayed home Tuesday and Wednesday. I was still feeling sick, still vomiting. Wednesday night, I say, you know what? I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna do something, eat something. Even if I have to throw up again, I'm gonna eat something. I was in the shower and I completely lost my energy. Like, I didn't have power to do anything. I fall on the floor, start vomiting. I turned off the shower. I went to the rug I have on my bathroom, and I had to dry myself in the rug because I couldn't get up. I didn't have strength to do it. I was weak, really weak. So that's the moment I say, you know what, I need to go back to the hospital again. This is not good. So I went back to the hospital. I have to call my husband and say I'm going back to the hospital. I called my neighbor and I told her, look, I need a ride to the hospital. Can you drive me there? She's vaccinated, so she knew I had COVID. She was wearing a mask and everything, but she still wanted to help me because I couldn't get in an Uber because I don't want to risk the Uber drive, you know. And my husband wasn't home, so it was hard for me. but she drove me there. I was vomiting on my way there, got to the hospital, and then they admitted me to the COVID area because I was positive with COVID. That time I wasn't congested anymore. I was breathing normal, but I was vomiting really bad. So I stayed in the hospital Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Friday night they released me. They gave me more medication, more Zofran. I came back home and I started feeling better. And then I was good for like 2 weeks, and then I got sick again this past week, Tuesday night. I vomited again, but it wasn't that bad. I couldn't recover. You know, like I vomited, so I reset my stomach. I know when this happened, I need to what? Eat ice, see if my stomach is okay with that, and then try to eat some liquids. If my stomach is okay, try to put solid food, and then my stomach is okay, it's good to go. Or if my stomach doesn't make it good with the ice, when you eat ice chips, it's because you're not going to be able to reset your stomach. You need to go to the hospital. But this time I was able to reset. Well, I was good to go. Ooh, I'm out of breath. So, you know, like I have been feeling better. I got my weight back. I lost like 12 pounds. So I'm getting my weight back. And, you know, baby's good. And then since the 9 weeks, I didn't have any ultrasound. I have in the hospital, but they don't give you pictures. You can't record or anything. So I have one picture that the last time I asked them, like, can you guys give me a picture? Because I haven't seen this baby forever. So I'm gonna post a picture here. You guys can check it out. But I'm 16 weeks and 1 day today. So happy to be here. And since I have hyperemesis gravidarum, I don't think the nausea or this feeling sick, it will go away anytime soon, or it probably will stay with me until the end of the pregnancy. But I'm feeling better. I'm starting to enjoy pregnancy a little bit more, like going out with friends, seeing more family, being able to eat, being able to cook. Because since I got pregnant, I was 6 weeks pregnant, I stopped cooking. And I haven't cooked at all. So this week I started cooking again. It was so good to cook again. I love cooking, and that's it. So next Sunday we're gonna have our gender review. I'm gonna post a video here for you guys. But we're just gonna do it family. We're not gonna do. We were supposed to do like a huge party because I want to enjoy this pregnancy the most I can. But we're not gonna be able to do it. COVID cases are getting high again here, so we decided that we're just gonna do our niece and nephew's birthday this month, so they're gonna do one party, and then we're gonna go there. It's just gonna be like my husband's mom and dad, my husband's sister, his niece and nephew, and us. So I'm gonna call my family in Brazil and, you know, let them know what the baby is, and we're gonna start our journey better now this time. So that's why I want to give you guys an update, because I told you guys, oh, I'm going to show you guys the ultrasound next OB appointments and all that. And I didn't have all that. So we had an appointment with the OB last week. I was 14 weeks, but they didn't do an ultrasound or anything because they did it in a hospital, so they didn't want to do it again. But I scheduled a private ultrasound for this Thursday because I want to confirm the gender. You know, the fertility clinic told me a gender. I believe them, but I want to just make sure before announcing. And we also want to see if the baby is everything good with the baby. So I have a little belly now. I'm feeling more like I'm a pregnant woman. Everybody say I look like pregnant. And I'm enjoying now. So I'm here adding the video, and I remember I forgot to talk about one thing. We stopped our medication at 10 weeks. So exactly when I was 10 weeks, we stopped the PO shots and the Stradio pills. So that was a little scary, but it was the best thing ever. I was so tired of those shots, so tired of those pills. And I'm going to post a video of us doing the last night of shots. We were so excited, and it was right the night I came back from the hospital. So I was happy, so happy. Shot, 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 shot. Bless the shot night.
After spending 2 days in a hospital, it's time for our last PO shot. That's exciting. And it's time. It's over.
So I'm sorry I have been away from YouTube for a while. I know IVF is not easy, but being pregnant is not easy either. For me, I have other friends that they feel nothing, but yes, here we are. But thank you so much for you guys for waiting, for following us, for being here with us on this pregnancy. We're so excited and so excited. Watch Kevin Hart know what I'm talking about. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna leave a little bump video in the end of this one, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So have a nice day, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Bye.